Well, welcome to part two. I thought I'd answer a couple comments. I do answer them in the section, but a lot of times I just like to acknowledge you in public. Whether you like it or not, you're getting acknowledged. So my first one is for A Beam ZN. She said that she loved my pictures and she couldn't believe that I was once a brunette. I've been many colors. Let me tell you. I've always tried to dye my hair red, but it just never would completely take to red. My brothers and sisters all had red hair or blonde hair, and I always wanted that. I started turning gray at 18, so I started dyeing my hair at 18. One time I dyed my hair jet black. It was almost blue, and that was by mistake because someone, as a joke, had switched the bottles in the Miss Clairol container, and I didn't realize it until afterwards when my hair came out so shockingly black, and I was so white because it was in the winter. It just was, it was not a good look. Angela, my life, offered me a good suggestion. She says I should pray about what I should give up. That's a good suggestion because I know I should give up the berries because it would be hard, but berries are good for me. And usually you're supposed to sacrifice something that's not good for you that you're doing in your life. And so I'm still thinking on that. I know this is the second day of Lent. I should have thought of this before that, but I'm still thinking. I really am. Suzanne at _life_begins wants to know if I eat the berries all year round. Yeah, I'm very fortunate that in my area we can get the berries all year round. Granted, they taste better in the summer, and the grapefruit tastes better in the winter, but I still eat them all year round. I'm just kind of stuck on them. I like them so much, and as long as they're fresh and they're reasonably priced, they're not too bad. They're a little, like my berries probably end up costing me probably $20, but they'll last me a week, and I would have spent $20 just on one meal at Applebee's, so it's worth it for me. Rosie Villa wanted to let me know that her birthday was July 17th. Noted. And also she wanted to know when I got married. I got married on July 2nd, 1971 at 6 o'clock at night. It was so nice. It was funny when we went to get our flowers. I went to a new florist that I liked, and we got there, and we didn't realize it was Jim's cousin had just opened the florist shop, so we got a really good deal. But we didn't know it when we went. We didn't, and even Jim's mother, because Jim's mother went with us. She went a lot of places with us, but anyway, and she helped me pick out the flowers. The only argument we did have was I wanted to have them carry daisies in a basket, and she thought that was extravagant, and I just stood my ground, and so I did have daisies in a basket. It was my wedding, but I did like all the flowers. They did turn out really nice. And New York Mom also said she doesn't know what to give up. And I don't know that so much that you need to give up. It just you need to do something in your life that betters your life or someone else's life. And it just, God knows your good intentions. Whether you give up, if you're giving up food just to lose weight, then you're really kind of defeating the purpose. And I think that's what most Catholics do, is they just give up food so that they can lose weight. And I'm not speaking for all Catholics. I'm just speaking for myself, because that's mainly the reason I always gave up something for Lent, was to lose weight. And that's really not the whole purpose of it. Lydia Gunther, Jen Clark, Mary Dukakis, and Lynn all said that the bouncing of my car video doesn't bother them. It annoys me beyond belief. I just can't see anybody watching a video that looks like this. It's annoying. And I don't know so much that it's the roads or if I need shocks on my car. I do have a mount that has a suction cup that sucks to the windshield, and I've tried like bending it so it would sit on the dashboard. I've tried putting it on the side window. I've tried putting it over here. I've tried putting it underneath the mirror. I did have one that you had the little thing where you put it in the vents of the car, but my vents are so low on my car that all you would see is the steering wheel, so that one didn't work. But I do a lot of vlogs in the car, and so I have to figure out something. I watch so many people, and as for nurses, Gina Pearson, there's never bounce. Valerie Reese, never bounce. I don't know what they have, but never bounce. Lisa Connor said that she likes a happy family too. That is my best sound in the world. I love love just watching families having a good time. And I'm like a stalker in that point, or like a peeping Tom or something, because if I'm in an event or something, I will get distracted, especially at little kids when they run to their parents and their grandparents, and or if they're hurt or something, just that love that they get, that's just, you know, so non-judgmental. It's just, I just wish there was more of it in the world. I really do. And Tasha Tyne said that it's great to have faith, which I agree. And she says, and the Pope rocks. I so agree. I love this Pope. I think he's so down to earth, and he's just really a good choice. And he really relates to the people. He really does. We haven't heard too much from him lately, though. But I think he's just waiting to staying low, and then he's going to come out. Lisa Connor said I should give up other fruit. Like I said before, the whole point of giving it up is something that's going to be hard. The berries would be hard, but I like the berries, and I'm sorry, Jesus. I can't. I just can't. I try. Carla Johnson and Valerie Reese were all showing concern for David. David's fine. He must have just ate something that didn't agree with him, because he had to go to school the very next day. He never had a fever, and he just and he didn't have the other problem. He just with a little bit of vomiting. And like I said, the schools are just being so precautious lately, which I'm really glad that they are. And they didn't want to take a chance that it might have been the beginning of the flu. And like I said, he's fine. And then Valerie said, my dinner looked good. She makes so many good things. I'm going to leave a link to her channel down below, because she's going to go on a cruise. I'm going to sneak aboard. She's not going to know it. I'm going to be in her luggage. Don't tell her. Because she goes on cruises all the time. Jim and I we went on the Disney cruise, and we had a ball. We loved it. We really did. But we just never find the money for that. And I just, like I said. But check her out, her channel. She's very strong in her faith. She does a lot of work at her church. And it's a good channel to follow. It really is. She's on a weight, not so much a weight loss, but she tracks with her sisters and they walk, and she has a fitness report once a month. But I'll remember to put her channel down below, so check her out. And Vidare57 wanted to thank everybody for the prayers for Adam. Adam is doing really well. His surgery was successful, and he's doing good. But now she'd like some prayers for herself, because she was just diagnosed with arthritis in her vertebrae and in her foot, her right foot. So she's not able to walk. And so let's say some prayers for her. And Judy Rivet also said that she was just trying to be helpful with I know, Judy. You did not insult me or hurt my feelings or anything. Anything you guys say to me, I take with love. I really do. I know that you're looking out for the best for me. You're not being critical. You're not being judgmental. I know that. I know you're just trying to offer suggestions. And so, Judy, don't ever worry. You can always offer. Am I going to follow all of your suggestions? I'll try if there's something I think I can do. But, you know, I appreciate it. I appreciate all of it. You like I said, thick skin. You can't hurt my feelings. And I didn't get the bands yet. I ordered them online. I did end up buying 4 bands at Walmart's, and it cost $54 for the 4 bands. And then for some reason, they didn't have a color that I wanted, so I looked online at their website, and I found out I could get 12 of them for $19.99. So I ordered them, and I'm bringing the 4 back and get my money back. It's a deal at more than half the price. And Sandy Chapman wanted to know when Lent was. Lent officially starts on Ash Wednesday, which this year was on the 14th. And there's so many discrepancies on when it ends. Some of them say it ends on March 29th, which is Holy Thursday. In the western part of the world, we believe that Lent ends on Saturday, Holy Saturday, the day before Easter. Because if you do 40 days from then, now when I was brought up, and like I said, only the Catholics would have so many bylaws, as you would say, or little loopholes in the qualifications for things. I was taught that 40 days started on Ash Wednesday and went until Easter Sunday. And that you didn't count Sundays during Lent because then that wouldn't be the 40 days. So that if you gave something up for Lent as a child, you could have it on a Sunday. But then as my kids went to school, then they were taught that Lent began always on Ash Wednesday, but it ended at noon on Holy Saturday because that was when they found the stone rolled back and Jesus wasn't there. But then I always thought that was Sunday, that, that they found that Jesus wasn't there because he was risen from the dead. And then in the eastern part of the world, they believe that it ends the Friday before Palm Sunday, which is the Sunday before Easter. I believe, this is the way I go, this is the loophole I follow. I go from Ash Wednesday until Easter Sunday. So I don't really have a loophole, I guess, but and that's just how I do it. I also have my Sundays off from Lent. But like I said, I think what I'm going to do is, even though Sundays are considered officially not included in some people's minds, I'm going to try to do better on Sundays. So, all right, well, I don't know if you've seen my lunch yet, but if not, you'll see my lunch and then my dinner. No snacks. So I will see you at the next meal. I guess for lunch, a sacrifice, or not for lunch, for Lent, a sacrifice for me would be eating 3 meals. So I'm going to have a salad with broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, red onions, some tomatoes, and some feta cheese. When I scan the Boar's Head creamy feta, it comes up 2 points for an ounce, and the dressing comes 1 point for the 2 tablespoons, a cup of tea, and a glass of water. So it's a 3-point lunch, and I still have 18 points left for dinner. Well, guess where I am? I'm going for a walk. But there's a lot more ice than I anticipated, so I have to be very careful. So I'm watching where I'm walking, so I'm not going to get my whole 1.5 miles in, or 2 miles, because there is more ice than I anticipated. And I'm walking very precariously. But I'm out walking. I love it. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, it's time for dinner. Tea and water, pork chops and potatoes, green beans, and some stovetop. And it's 2 points for my 1/4 cup of stovetop, 4 points for my 4 ounces of a pork chop, 3 points for my 1/2 cup of mashed potatoes, 3 points for my 1/2 tablespoon of butter, and 0 for my green beans, tea, and water. So it's a 12-point dinner. I used 18 points. I still have 6 points left for the day. Well, I did it again. I stayed within my points. Leanne Leightonen, I know I'm saying your name wrong, I'm sorry, was asking about the points. I always just assume everybody's on Weight Watchers, but I know that you're all not on Weight Watchers. We get so many set of points in a day, and I get 24, and you base your meals on the 24 points. To be in a blue dot means that you are 10 points under or 4 points over. So in my case, I can be between 14 and 28 points. And if I go within that range, I can earn a blue dot for the day, which is good. That means that you're on the right track. And then on Saturdays, because that's the day I get weighed in, they give you 42 extra points, which they call weeklies. And you can use them all during the week whenever you want. Unfortunately, I always use mine on the weekend. I use them right away. And so I don't have anything to bank on the rest of the week. So it's very fortunate that I have no problem sticking with the plan Monday through Friday, because I'd be in trouble with capital T. That's from the Music Man, in case you didn't remember. So I have to get going now, because I have to get my pajamas on and just chillax. So I'll see you guys in the morning.